Y'all know what time it is. It's story time. Alright, so real quick, if you like the content, like the video, comment down below a chapter y'all want me to get into. This is chapter 27. Y'all know how we do it here. I'm not gonna ask y'all to subscribe. It's up to you, my mans. Anyway, this chapter 27, let's get right into it. This is one of my more infamous stories, I would have to say. Alright, this story is the first and last of its kind that y'all might get from me. So, know what I mean? Just walk with me. Anyway, alright, boom. So, July 22nd, 2019, turned myself in. I had a 24-month sentence to do in the state of New Jersey. Anybody that knows me knows I've never been arrested prior to that. So this was a very new experience, chat. When I say very new, I mean very. I turned myself in at the courthouse. You know, they whoop-de-woo, they take me down to the county, right? The Green Monster, for all those who don't know. That's located in Newark, New Jersey. The Green Monster is a hell of a county jail. I get there, I'm probably there for like 2 days. The whole entire time I'm there, they have me in quarantine. Why? You have to go to quarantine first because if you got tuberculosis, at least they can somewhat control it. No one ever has tuberculosis, but whatever, you know how that go. So I sat there, the food they were serving us, straight cold. You're supposed to get like 3 hots in a cot, they call it. But all the food, when they served it to me, cold. I didn't eat. I went 2 days without eating. So the downstate correctional officers, they come up, they grab us. Bro, they line like 7 of us up. And they made us strip all right in front of each other. I'm like, wait, time out. Like, then I had to remember, I don't really got no rights at this time. Nah, they kind of stripped me of my rights. And that's exactly what I felt as though they were doing right there. Having me undressed in a room full of other men while there's fully dressed other men watching me do it, telling me to lift my, cough, look to the side, they lift your feet up, to say the least. It's embarrassing. And I wanted to share this story in particular because I wanted to just let y'all know this is what African Americans have to deal with here in America when we get sent off to these prisons, and most of us didn't even do anything. We was probably at the wrong place at the wrong time, and because the color of our skin, this is what we have to go through. See, y'all sit on the outside of the prisons, so y'all don't really know what it is on the inside. So please allow me to enlighten you. So maybe y'all could start protesting against the harshness of these prisons. There are young, old, medium age, however you want to call it, African American men that are dying every single day in prison. It doesn't have to be in a prison in New Jersey or New York, Louisiana, Alabama, anywhere. They are picking them off, and it's not fair. It's like they just throw them away and don't give them another chance. For that PSA. So yeah, I felt as though my rights was being stripped from me. I go, they give me a new jumpsuit, boxers, standard issues, They feed us a bologna sandwich and a small orange juice. And they give you like 2 packets of mustard. Did y'all hear me? I had that for a 3-hour drive down to South Jersey. Now, when I got to South Jersey, they have this thing. It's called Kraft, like Kraft cheese, but with a C. It's like a central base. I don't know if there's anyone else that has ever been to like state prison. I don't really care what state it's in, but I'm pretty sure it's kind of structured a similar way throughout the states. So in New Jersey, we have a central, prison called Kraft. All new prisoners that are sent downstate, that's what we call it in New Jersey. I don't know what you guys call it anywhere else, but that's what I'm calling it for this video. When they send you downstate, basically ship you off to state prison, they send you to Kraft. Kraft is basically where you go, you get your medicals taken care of, your visions taken care of. If you need any psychiatric help, they give it to you. That probably is the safest place when it comes to the prison sentence. Probably, I say, probably, because there is a lot of racism that runs through these jail walls, bro. It is so insane. So they send you down there, you get your medicals and everything. They basically issue your clothing, everything that you'll have as far as what they have to give you. No, they are not giving you Dove soap. No, they are not giving you Crest. They are giving you state issued things. Now, I don't know how it is in any other state. I got to keep saying that. I'm sorry if y'all don't want to keep hearing that. But in New Jersey, they kind of align themselves with Keefe. Keefe is like the distributor for the prison system as far as cosmetics, commissary, things like that. I'm pretty sure that the prisoners make the clothes because I've seen that down at Kraft. Now at Kraft, you go through this system. You go to Kraft because they have to give you a number. Now they give you a number. If your number is below 4, that means that you are eligible for the camps, which is basically one step away from the halfway house. If you have a 4 or higher, you will be sent to a maximum security prison. A 4 or lower, you'll be sent to a medium security prison until you get moved to the camps, right? Understand this. When I found this out, I was 2 days away from my appointment. And I was pacing back and forth. This is my first time. I was pacing back and forth. I didn't know what they did take into consideration. I kind of got a gist from some of the prisoners, but to be honest with you, if it's ever your first time in prison, you don't really want everybody to know that it's your first time in prison. That's how you get taken advantage of. Unfortunately, Dadhat don't get taken advantage of, but we gonna get to that part of the story. I go and I sit in front of this panel of 4 people. They ask me, did I graduate high school? I said yes. They asked me, am I over the age of 21? I said yes. They asked me, have I ever been in prison before? I said no. They said, is this your first time? I said yeah. They gave me a 3. So now the panic is kind of subsiding. I'm talking to my lady every day. I'm kind of working on a tear. I'm being a runner. That's somebody that gets to be outside of their cell and tend to the other inmates if they need something, or we clean up things, whatever the case is. Do stuff for the CEO. Everybody wants to be a runner. Don't make it seem like it's it ain't that. Trust me. If you're a runner, you get to move around the tier. You understand what comes after that. Make plays, get your cell right. When I find out the prison that I'm going to, they tell you the day of. They make you wait. They like, you're going to Southern State Prison. I'm like, what is Southern State Prison? Of course I don't know. I'm new. I do what I've been doing. You feel me? I stay to myself. If you try to talk to me, you feel me? I talk to you, fill you out, but this is prison, so I already know what to expect from certain people. My guard is super up. Chat, my guard is super up. I don't want y'all to think that I was just in there relaxing. Every single time you hear me speak about this, my guard was 1000% up. I'm gonna tell y'all. So I go down to Southern State. I meet this cool dude. His name Batman. Hey yo, shout out my boy Batman. We was from around the same area and we clicked because we both was prior military, wrong place, wrong time. He was cool. He told me they were gonna move me. He told me that. He was like, yeah, a lot of people don't stay on compound A, they go to B. And he was like, yeah, B crazy. He was telling me everything, but he was telling me like, don't believe everything you hear. He's never been to B compound, but this is what he hears. When they hear the codes go off and things like that, it's always from B compound and not A compound. Here's where the story gets wicked. I get to B compound. My bunkie, a bunkie is the person that you're bunked up with. So either you're on the top or the bottom. That's your bunkie. That's basically, that's your go-to. Yeah, it don't matter if he racist or whatever. Y'all two got to stick together because you got to live on top of each other or in the same room. Find a way to make it work. I almost skipped. In the camps and down Southern State, it wasn't maximum security prison. I'm sorry for trying to skip over this. I want to try to bring it to y'all imagination. It wasn't a maximum security prison, if that makes sense. It actually was a low security prison. They had compounds. You was able to go out to the yard whenever you want, as long as it wasn't count time. They had the day room. You had all day access to the yard, all day access to the day room, all day access to the phone, all day access to the kiosk. It was all day. You go in and go out, shower when you want, as long as nobody else was in there. But when it's time for them to take their count, you have to be sitting on your bunk. So there wasn't no TVs and there wasn't no rooms. It was like dorms. It was 4 bunks in the little dorm, and it was like 3 dorms per wing. I get to be. I'm all the way in the back of the wing. My bunkie is from the other cube mate. He from somewhere up north by me in Jersey, and the other white boy, nobody know where he was from, but he had a whole bunch of comic books, right? So we always vibing though. We playing cards, we chilling. I got commissary, they don't got no food. Hey yo, y'all who trying to cook? You feel me? Cause I can't cook. Somebody gotta cook it up. Oh yeah, I stayed with that commie in there. I ain't even gonna hold you. Yeah, baby squirrel was holding me down that whole time. I ain't gonna lie. Toward the end, I started making my own moves. But look, I met this dude. His name was Ricochet. Listen to me. When he said it the first time, y'all know who I thought about. My man from Luchador, from that old show back, Nickelodeon. Ricochet, remember he had the friend the Flea? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's who I thought he was. He told me, bro, he was one of those people in jail that he would say whatever because there was no way for you to verify it. Like, he's one of those. There's a lot of people in prison that you should not listen to. They'll tell you they got $1 million. They'll tell you they got private jets, that they walk around with cash in their pockets, and they got grills and all that whole time, bro. They have absolutely nothing. I'm gonna tell y'all every single story he told me. The first story he told me is the reason they call him Ricochet is because he was from the Bronx. He said that he had fought this African twin. Roundhouse kicked him. The African twin got mad, called his twin brother up. His twin came. When his twin came, he said that he had a... YouTube is not gonna like that. He had a weapon. You know, the pew-pew. And he said that he pew-pewed and it bounced off the wall and hit the African in the neck. That's why they call him Ricochet, because the bullet ricocheted. Hey, man, at first I was crying. I was on the floor laughing. I could not stop laughing because my first question to him was, what happened to the African twin? First he said they was immigrants type, you know. I'm like, you said they was immigrants. What happened to him? They deported him? What you in here for? Exactly. He's capping. Hey, bro, he said that the dude Caesar, the tattoo show, I forget the name of it. He said that Caesar gave him an Ace of Spades jacket because he helped him jump into a dumpster to hide from the police. Yo, I cannot make none of this stuff up, bro. This is what he was saying. And he was confidently saying it. In my head, I'm like, yeah, something ain't right with bro. It's story time. He from the same land as me. And I'm like, there's no way you cut from the same cloth as me cut. I let him slide. So as time going on, he getting upset because he's seeing all the cool kind of, you know, the popular dudes in there gravitating toward me because they see I like to be in my own world. You feel me? I'm reading my books, I'm chilling, I'm working out, I'm playing ball. And that's why they was vibing with me because, hey, man, I'm hiding ball. And I was down there dogging him. And he was jealous because they didn't like him because of all the goofy stories he told. You feel me? They like, nah, he trying too hard. They thought he was trying too hard. And I'm like, yo, y'all should give him a chance. Hey, yo, my bunkie got up that night. Like a night after his mans got bagged. And he just walked into their cubicle. And he just smacked Ricochet, bro. Smacked him. Ricochet woke up like, yo, what's up, man? What you doing, man? My bunkie like, get up, man. We gotta get busy. Ricochet like, man, what you talking about? I don't really know what you talking about. And my bunkie like, man, you told on my mans. You think I'm about to sit here in this jail knowing that I can't get fried, bro? You bugging. It was your fault. You gotta get busy. He like, nah, man, I don't gotta prove nothing to nobody. I don't gotta prove nothing to nobody. Mind you, my bunkie is probably like 25. At the time, I'm like 28. He is like 40 with all the crazy stories and everything. My bunkie just got tired of it. So my bunkie bits on him. I'm like, dang, bro, you ain't gonna do nothing? He like, I don't got nothing to prove. I don't got nothing to prove. I said, all right, say less. The following morning, chat, the following morning, I do not cap to y'all. I'm standing there and I'm talking to two of the popular ones. I'm talking to them. You feel me? It's the morning. We just had breakfast. I just got my coffee. I'm talking to them, telling them now, as soon as they open up the yard, I'm out there so I can work out. Bro, why this dude, mind you, I'm in the cubicle. Why he go out his way to enter the cubicle to like swerve and bump me? And my coffee spilled all over my brand new gray sweater. Brand new. Just ordered it off a commissary. I told y'all I'm new. In the streets, if somebody bump you, it's on. So that's what I did. I said, hey, yo. He turned around. He got whacked. One straight down the pipe. Bro flew right into it was this little door. He flew right into the door and fell down. Straight grabbed the doorknob. Left hand, right hand on the corner of the wall. And I'm kneeing him. Now look. The CO can't do nothing. They cannot spray their mace or anything because it's a dorm setting. I knew that already. They could not spray their mace because it's a dorm setting, because it's everybody else around that will catch it, including them. They can't like just spray it off in one direction. They gotta spray it around. Everyone's gonna get it, including them. So they like, nah. They're just telling me, get down and get down. And listen, I'm still going. Over a gray sweater. At that point in time, I knew that I lost it, and it was only my first month. Now I'm in lockup. I lose my opportunity to go to the camps because I had a fight. I got to do 5 years of prison time before I'm eligible to go to the camps. That means that if for whatever reason, which is not gonna happen, I promise y'all, I'm gonna be here with y'all for a minute. I'm not going nowhere. But if they was to, whatever reason, try to lock me up, I would have to still serve out the rest of that 5 years before I'm eligible for the camps. So it's a never-ending thing. Prison is a completely different world. The way they count money is by commissary. One pack of soup is 25 cents. So four packs of noodles, of ramen noodles, is $1. You hear me? I'm talking about it like it's a paradise. It's really not. Like, I want y'all to know, I was in there during COVID too. As a matter of fact, COVID is the real reason why I got 8 months shaved off of my sentence, because of COVID. I was watching people in there in the state of New Jersey die. I'm gonna say it one more time. I watched them die. I watched one of my bunkies slit his wrist because he had 30 years to do in the feds. Blood all on my blanket, all over my stuff. And he's just there in front of me dying while I'm trying to call for the CO. Banging on the door, calling for the CO. Yo, come save my bunkie. I don't care about this stuff and all that, bro. He's about to die, and he's not gonna die on my watch. Y'all, wow. I just spent months with this man. Somebody come save him. He had to do 30. He tried to take himself out, bro. It gets drastic. You wake up one morning and you just see them wheeling somebody out under a white sheet during COVID, which is somebody a test positive, you're a test negative, and they throw you in there. It's like they was purposely circulating it. And we had to tell them the only reason why COVID is here in this jail is because of y'all. We don't go out in the world. Y'all come in here and go home, and come in here and go home. And y'all bring it here, and then y'all just, they just tried to just write it off. So Governor Murphy decided to start letting out people. And a lot of people didn't even like that, which is crazy. Because I promise y'all, about 70% of the African Americans that are locked up in prison could have possibly have gotten a way lighter sentence for something minuscule, or they didn't even do it at all. So I just wanted to use this story to bring awareness to what African Americans go through, men in particular. That's no cakewalk. So when y'all see someone come from prison and they change their life and they become successful and things like that, those are things that need to be applauded. We need to applaud these people. Real talk. Because if y'all only knew how they treated people, I think y'all would clap the loudest. I want to thank y'all for stopping in here, chilling on the couch with me. I appreciate y'all all the time. Comment down the number, whatever chapter. This was 27. But remember, y'all, just bring awareness. You see cops mishandling themselves or things like that, speak up. It don't matter if you're black, you're white, Mexican, Hispanic, Canadian. It doesn't matter. We are all human beings, man. Get that part. I got 2 eyes just like you do. I got a nose, a mouth, and 2 ears just like you do. There's nothing uncanny about it. I'ma holla at y'all. Peace.